It would because y'all would hear about it.
What?
I said it would because y'all would hear about it.
Are you ready, Anthony?
Straight.
She's a teacher now, I can't. Come on. Alright, whenever you're ready, Anthony.
Okay. Does technology make us more alone? By myself, Anthony Lewis. Can I get a show of hands? How many people, the first thing you do is check your phone when you wake up? Well, I figured that. Just like you, that's the first thing I do. I usually go through my notifications, see if there's anything I missed while I'm asleep. Our society plays a big role in the usage of technology. Exactly what is technology, you may ask? Well, according to Webber Dictionary, technology is machinery and equipment developed from the application of scientific knowledge. Technology can be a list of different things, but what I'm specifying in my speech is the use of smart devices like phones and tablets. The most popular way of using technology is the use of social media. Being that it could be anyone behind the screen, it kind of takes away from being truly connected. Instead, people rely on technology for almost anything while growing unaware of the new addiction. On this slide, I picked this because it's the 10 most important effective social media sites for business. And some of these have like my favorite sites like YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat. Vine used to be my favorite, but it got shut down, so RIP Vine. This new addiction is isolating people from each other and causing a new addiction of products and media. Next one. The reason people should care about this topic is because people have forgotten the true values in life, such as friends and family. Children, this new generation, is affected by this. Children should be taught how to use the internet responsibly before they have the chance to abuse it. To many, social media has become an escape from the real world. Social media help one create an alternative identity which distracts them from facing the real world. For instance, we spend more time creating a profile online of someone who we wish we were because it seems appealing to society rather than building a better you for yourself. Technology is being used as a crutch for society and is an epidemic of modern social change. First, I'll be talking about how technology affects people emotionally. Technology can be seen as isolating our society. Author Mark Ellis states, one piece of research in my book on a dietox showed that excessive internet use causes lateralization of the brain function in the process of which the division of labor between both hemispheres become increasingly unbalanced towards the left hemisphere, away from the more holistic creative thoughts and towards the more logic process-driven thought process. What Mark is saying by this is technology basically affects the left side of your brain, and the left side of your brain basically controls your emotions and how you feel about things. A study was done by the University of Pittsburgh finding out that adults aged between 1932, just like us, about their use of 11 most popular sites. Professor Elizabeth Miller from the University of Pittsburgh proclaims they found that people who visit these networks over 58 times a week are 3 times more likely to feel lonely than those who use the site under 9 times. It's been long suggested that the social media is contributing to the rise of FOMO. FOMO is the fear of missing out, but this study suggests a problem that may be more serious. I myself fall into this category of FOMO, the fear of missing out, because my favorite app, I like Snapchat, so I update every 5 seconds, looking at everybody's stories, not even really paying attention, just seeing like what people are doing. Next, I'll be talking about the way technology affects humans psychotically. Social media has taken a huge role in technology. Psychologist Jim Taylor expresses, scientists have discovered that using social media results in the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter that is released when we expect or receive a reward. This at least explains why receiving likes and comments, as well as other interactions via social media networks, feels so rewarding. The meaning behind this is the brain sends the body a message after you get like a like or a comment on your picture saying like you achieved something. People easily get addicted to this because they don't know that they're falling under like these feelings, and they just keep posting stuff, keep getting addicted. The meaning behind this is the body is controlling people, and it causes them to keep using technology or social media. Author Gabriel Solomon, neuropsychologist's work has quite consistently shown, again, a division between two hemispheres of the brain. The left is mostly to do with the process and feelings. The right hemisphere is mostly concerned with the process of visual functions, but also with humor, metaphors, non-literal meanings, and finer divisions. The finer divisions of labor exist as well, while damaging particular sub-areas of the frontal lobe may result in difficulties in producing grammatical speech, but not affecting the comprehension. When I say the lobes, I'm talking about the different parts of your brain and how we think. Damaging to the temporal lobe results in difficulties in comprehension, but in fluency of speech. Lastly, I'll be talking about the way technology affects people socially. The new lifestyle technology brings us, author Ruth Bolton describes, there can be negative effects of social media, including cyberbullying, personal loss of data, and internet addiction. Now, people can have a totally different identity behind the screen. I know many of you probably heard of catfish, and that's something that comes into play now with our society. Social media can be a gateway to cyberbullying. People can attack people from a screen without even ever disclosing their real identity. The loss of personal data can be explained due to not knowing the guidelines of account privacy. This is easy for people to get addicted because there is no real consequences for something that you've done wrong. There is no authority to stop the user violating these rules, and there's really nobody to stop it. You may be able to report the profile, but with ease, someone else can make a new profile and do the same thing over again. In conclusion, technology has many different aspects on it. Hopefully I explained how it affects humans, emotionally, how it affects people, how they feel, and more moral aspects behind it. Lastly, and how technology affects people socially. I'll leave you with this quote. All the tools, techniques, and technology in the world are nothing without a head, heart, and hands to use them wisely, kindly, and mindfully. Thank you.
Oh, I had so many issues during your speech. I was out of the car, and I'm like, oh my God. And I tried to hold it in, I couldn't breathe.
What time was it?
I just couldn't breathe. And
I just felt it was so long. Why my time was...
Oh, no, that's me.